Hello and welcome to In the Metal. Thank you for joining us. My name is Johnny McElherron and my friend here is Mr. Jayesh Kumar.
Hello, Johnny. Good to see you.
How are you, my man?
I'm on. I've taken a little break to go to Montauk.
There
What?
we go. We had an echo. Oh,
Yes. So
blooming echo.
Montauk.
It's gone. It's banished. I've chased it.
So I'm in Montauk with my family. We just, the beach, the pool, food. That's it.
I did not know that. I thought you were hard at work. I put in our Instagram post that we were both very hard at work with our noses.
I'm hard at work. I'm working now.
Is this work, Jay?
Of course.
Wow. Okay. I guess it is.
I'm sending you a bill end of the month.
I'll give you an address.
Okay, good.
It mightn't be mine, but anyway. So you're up in Montauk and just away from the heat for a couple of days. And
Yes,
chilling.
I'm here for a week. This my wife Daria's birthday week, so we just thought to
Hey.
take a little. Tomorrow is her birthday, so just to relax and just to do something what we want to
Excellent.
be together, have a nice time, eat some good food. Beautiful weather, so
Brilliant. Yeah, we've actually had a summer this year here, which
You did?
No, yeah, it's
you see that.
oh man. The spoils of hard work, let me tell you. I would move my camera around, except it's stuck in one position here, Jay. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I have not prepped the room for that at all yet.
I mean, I'm sitting in this place and I'm like, this is so. I have a beautiful view of the pool. I have a beautiful view of the place. So it's nice just to relax. And I'm sitting here talking about watches. What else do I need?
Life is surely good. Absolutely. More than half full. So Jay, I've been looking at what to do. I know that we skipped one last week. There's very little news out in the watch trade at this time of year. Everybody everybody's away on their vacations or their.
Yeah, what do you call the watchmaker's vacation? It's like every year it's about 9 months of vacation and a month of work. Is that what it is?
Look, now I know why there are year-long waiting lists or multiple year-long waiting lists for watches, because how can you make a watch if you're on holiday all the time, but no, I know a lot of these guys work extremely hard. The summer break is a lengthy break, but a lot of them are not too far away from their workshops. They're maybe lucky to get a couple of weeks away, and so I know a number of them that I know anyway would be lucky to get a fortnight away. So, but it looks like they live this charmed existence where they and then they have people hassling to come and take part in their watch exhibitions, and they have to go and find time to be in all different parts of the world, so and do you know something? We people here are doing this. I will make an announcement right here with you, and we can
talk about
face the consequences of that in the near future. So, but I was saying about it's a strange time of the year because people are away and there is not a lot of news. You go onto all of the major watch platforms, like our great friends at Monochrome, or you got Hodinkee or SJX or Deployant or any of those platforms. There's not a huge amount of new content coming out.
So last night there was a meeting of the Gotham Watch Club in New York at the Nomad Hotel. There were, I think, about 80 people over there, all of them with their watches and their watch collections. And you have to look at a smaller version of the Rollies Fest where everybody's there with their Rolexes and everything vintage, everything modern, everything contemporary. And that happened yesterday. I couldn't go because I got to see a lot of photographs, and I saw some of the photographs of the watches. What we're going to be talking today.
People getting okay, cool. Because not all of the watches that we're doing today. One of the watches that we're doing today, the one we will kick off with, has just been announcent today, and it is from everybody's favorite watchmaking family, which is Bart and Tim Grönefeld.
Grönefeld.
Yeah, they absolutely best known, of course, for their masterpieces. Their handmade masterpieces that are that they've established an incredible reputation for, and that you can't barely buy for love nor money. So they've gone, and I've known Tim and Bart and Tim since about 2012 when I first met them at Salon QP. Again, they were there with their extraordinary 1 Hertz, which had this just a beautiful big balance wheel that functioned literally 1 Hertz. I use the word pedestrian for it. It really was. It operated just so a leisurely beat, and just a beautiful thing. From there, how far they have come from now. They won't even come on our show until we've got 1 million subscribers. So that'll be what, next week, So
I mean, you know how these watchmakers are. I mean, they have their own way of doing things. They don't actually care about the situation which everybody else does. For example, the Breguets and the Blancpains of the industry, because they always want the community to be there. But small independent watchmakers, they have so much behind them, so many people behind them. They actually know where they're going and what is going to happen, in whatever they put out there. For example, with Grönefeld coming out with Grøne was a big deal, because everybody wants to own a Grönefeld, but that is out of capacity and out of whatever. But there you go. You have the Grøne Oldenzaal, which is absolutely. I mean, look at that dial.
This is their brand new piece just announced today. I literally was scurrying about this morning, seeing what it was there anything on the horizon, and I was delighted to see that there was something of generally keen interest. The new horologium by Grøne. Grøne. What is Grøne, Jay?
Grøne.
Yeah.
What is Grøne?
Grøne is it is a sister brand to the Grönefeld.
Yes.
So,
I mean, I was thinking you were asking me for the literal meaning of the name Gröne. Like in German, Gröne means green. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Grönefeld means green field. You see what I mean?
They're Irishmen, aren't they? At heart, I always knew that.
So I thought you were trying to ask me about the literal meaning of that. I was like, oh, maybe because I know.
Jay, I'm always interested in anything you have to say. So if you want to tell me what the literal meaning of Gröne is, but in this case,
insane.
What the guys, what Tim and Bart have come up with is because how often do we look at pieces from companies like Grönefeld and you go, oh man, I'd love to be getting in on that there, and you're just inaccessible price-wise, and B, if you had the resources, there's a years-long waiting list. And another brand you could probably compare that to would be MB&F, and they've brought out the MAD Gallery, or the MAD1, and which is that funky little piece that everybody in the industry has, the MAD1, and they're, again, it's a way of owning a little bit of this crazy cult that's happening in independent watchmaking. And Grøne is the Grönefeld brothers' window of opportunity for people, regular watch lovers, who can read all about these extraordinary masterpieces, but they're out of reach. This is the new horologium. There are two versions of it. There's this one, which is called the horologium quirky, and quirky because it has this bright orange, like a Dutch are known for their bright orange.
Yes.
And but with baby blue, and I don't know if it's easy to make it out in these images but the chapter ring, the indexes, and the small seconds, they're all very pale. They're like a duck egg blue, if you know what I mean. And so it's a really cool and well thought out combination of colors, and you're certainly not going to miss that on someone's wrist, you know. And
oh my God, so beautiful. What is it, 38?
39. And guess what I've been busy doing today is putting together our
that is
our
not
facts
bad for that price, though.
There's the thing, man. There's the kicker. We're talking €2,390.
Can you sort one of these for me?
188 pieces. I would say you would need to be quick. I really would. Now, when I say 188 pieces,
I'll sort it out. I mean, I would love to have one of these pieces.
We can. Let's see, Jay. Let's see how it goes. If we can get, and we'll report back on trying to secure one of the Grönes. We'll drop those guys a message and see what they come back with. And
I would love to have. I would love to have that.
That would be so you, wouldn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
Did they just drop this one, or there's another one of these?
There we go. This is the Grøne horologium classic, and classic in that is a little bit more toned down, a little bit less flamboyant, if you like, but it's still got a lot of presence, and that has got a salmon colored dial with it's. I've seen a couple of images of it. It has it's the dial is kind of got a matte texture. They say on the website that it's sunray brushed. I'm seeing more a granular sort of finish there, a grainy finish,
right?
And it's ringed front and back with that orange gasket around the inside, and but €2,390. That's a cool watch, powered by Le Jouperet, a proprietary movement that has been made for Grönefeld. When we say proprietary, it's the Le Jouperet, but they have customized it and modified it with the Grönefeld branding, and you have to say it's
beautiful. Look at the way they also said Bart and Tim Grönefeld, Antwerpen door. Bart and Tim Grönefeld.
Yes.
Nicht schlecht.
What does that mean?
It's from Antwerp.
Antwerpen? But their town is in Oldenzaal. It's a town that they grew up with. Their grandfather.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, their grandfather was actually the clockmaker who looked after the clock in the local bell tower, the local clock tower. And I love that story. I love the generational succession of these people, and so they have carried this on with great success. Honestly, I know their dad. I think their dad is still alive. He was a watchmaker, and to see what these guys have achieved. It's amazing, actually.
I would prefer this one. Oh my God, so beautiful! Look at that. Could I? Oh my God, I would just take it right now. No jokes. If I can get it, I'll take it right now. You will be my person to sort it out.
You, man, absolutely. You drop them a note as soon as we're done here with this, and get on that. I say 188 pieces of the quirky, which we're looking at. 188 pieces of the classic, which we're now looking at as well. And this is a 39 millimeter stainless steel. It is 10 millimeters in height, and a beautiful piece. Do you know something? You even look at the crown, the indices, the hands.
Beautiful.
They're all absolutely
balanced,
but obviously, but also 100% Grönefeld. You know, you can really see the DNA coming through there. So the fact that you're getting in at that incredible price is not belittling the watch itself. It's a. Do you know what I was thinking when I was putting all this together earlier? That's a hell of a lot of watch for the money.
For that money, of course it is. Of course it is. It's so. It's so unbelievable how they managed to sort this out and say, you know, and tell the world, you know what, you can laugh with us. It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I was very, very impressed and delighted to see that there. Yeah, I'd be like you. I'd love to be in that hunt as well, you know. But so yeah, that came along this morning. So that was, you know, I was pleased to see that. Otherwise, we'd be sitting here talking about, you know. Somewhere in Ireland, you know, and no, we wouldn't, because there's other pieces have come out as well. Another one, and again, it's a brand where there's got a kind of a cult following. You'd say MING, the Malaysian-owned brand, have really cracked something very, very special.
Yes.
With they have incredible styling. And so they've brought out a new piece as well in the last few days, and it is the Royal Singular 37.06. So it's the MING 3706 Royal Singular limited edition. I literally was on their website an hour ago just to get a few last details of it, and I noticed a banner popping up. We're sorry, it's sold out. So. But man, again, MING, they have this completely minimalist approach to their displays, their dials, and they are. It's something that I often marvel about is how a brand can use that small space of about 35 or 37 millimeters between the sides of the case to put their brand to represent their brand in a way that is unmistakable from 50 paces, that someone that is wearing a MING watch and what that actually is. And I was well impressed with that. That's with the a pewter dial, and it is hammered, and just that's the kind of thing that really catches the light. Any way your arm moves, your wrist moves, it looks different every time, and very, very impressed with that. Again, I have a few little bits of information on that. I hope. Yes, indeed.
There you
go. One of these days I'm going to pull this up and it's going to be the wrong brand or something that there's going to be on it, like, you know.
Oh my God! 88 pieces.
88 pieces gone in 2 or 3 days. Not unusual for MING, I have to say.
$5,000 exclusive taxes and tariffs. That is
Swiss francs.
Not bad for that caliber of watch, isn't it?
You say about the caliber, it's a funny thing, and it is one of the things that divides some people, that when they're using a movement like the that MING are using, but it is a proprietary movement by Sellita, who it's a high-grade Swiss-made self-winding movement by Sellita, exclusively for MING. It has a brisk 28,800 vibrations, 4 hertz, and so it is a completely respectable proposition at that price. I believe that's you know, Sellita, or you're gonna say on a par with ETA.
I mean they are exactly 1-to-1 of an ETA moment. I mean they are so smart. What they did, remember how Sellita came into being? He bought the kits from Ita and sold it as a Selita moment, but it was exactly the same thing till they stopped supplying Selita with those moments, and then they started off doing their own, which actually is genius because they knew exactly what was in there.
Absolutely. It often you find these something, it's an attempt to kind of stymie or to obstruct or to obfuscate or something. It's a new opportunity.
Yes.
And for Selita are now one of the go-to movement providers, of which I have to say it's very interesting to see how many small and emerging movement makers there are. We're looking at one a little bit that's using Cirque des Horological. There's another. There's Grøne. There's so many of these.
You see, there is another situation happening right now. So you know that the moment maker Ronda used to deliver all the quartz pieces, quartz moments for, Pateks and Cartiers and all of these big guys. And now they have come up with an automatic moment. So you know what is going to happen because of all of those connections and everything else. Now coming up with something like this is going to be a crazy deal for them.
Yeah.
I was talking to what was it, Fabian? He's the CEO of Ronda, and he was here a couple of months ago. And when I was in Basel for Art Basel, I met him and he cooked me a meal, and we were talking about all of these things. And he was like, you know what? I'm so interested in coming and checking wind up and watch time just to see where we can go with this novelty what we have. And I'm like, you have no idea how many people would love to do something like a Swiss made watch with your moment. It's obvious that people are going to be jumping on it.
Yeah, it is one thing that Swiss can't do. They kind of have that monopoly on, not a monopoly on in production terms, but monopoly in the perception that people have of a Swiss made movement, a Swiss made movie. Obviously, it must be better than a movement made somewhere else. Not, I would argue that point all day long, but they have that kind of what do you say, that kudos that people have for Swiss made movements. So it's so the Ming, as I said, there was a couple of things about it I wanted to show. It really, I love what they do with their loom, because that loom is engraved into the underside of the crystal is engraved.
Wow.
And then filled.
The underside of the crystal is engraved with the loom.
It's engraved, and then the engraving is filled with superluminova X1, which is ultra bright, ultra vivid, and it makes these watches stand out. They're a watch with good loom literally comes alive in the dark, and so it's and you can see that there, the effect it has off the pewter as well. That hammered pewter, that is one cool bunny of a watch, in my opinion.
Yes.
Sold out, Jay. Sorry. And that just goes to show you that was 88 pieces the other day. Gone. So yeah. So you better get moving quickly with Tim and Bart. So so that was that. That was the Ming, and I also liked the presentation case, which again is from Royal Selangor. Is the pewter? It's one of the finest pewter manufacturing houses anywhere in the world, and so the whole experience, that whole package, I think is a fantastic looking piece.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I thought. So so what else? We're doing well here, Jay. I'm thinking, considering there's nothing out there. But there was another one that I could not pass up, because it's we haven't spoken about them as much as we really should have in the past, and that's a brand I think is close to your heart, is Speake-Marin.
Oh my God.
Talk to me.
I had a privilege of, uh, uh, looking at all of these beautiful watches at one of those Gotham Watch Club events in Manhattan. And, I saw this friend of mine who used to be, as I told you last time, who used to work with Ortolans some time ago,
Yeah.
the Moser brothers. His name is Stefan Paget. He left the brands and then joined Speake-Marin. And Speake-Marin, I think at that time, changed hands from Speake and his wife, I don't
Daniela.
Daniela Marin, and it changed the hands from them to this amazing French lady who also, owns Carrefour brand of France, the supermarket brand.
Wow.
Yes, and Carrefour, and that means they don't have to worry about innovation. They make movements for all the crazy independent watchmakers. They are just doing things the way they want to do it. And Stefan Paget, he's an amazing person who has so much going on, and he's dedicated so much for this brand. And I love it. I love this beautiful ripples. That's the new ripples, isn't it?
That's the new Ripples Portobello. I am going to confess that having known Peter Speake for many, many years, whenever I saw what happened, it kind of reminded me what happened with Daniel Roth,
Yes.
and also laterally.
Frank Muller.
Hmm?
Frank Muller too. I mean, I think
Franz
it's
Müller. Yeah.
Frank Muller.
But
I mean, when he started off with his brand, and he was doing, all of these beautiful complications and whatever else, and then I think that changed hands too, some time ago, and he actually had not a lot to do with the brand itself, but with the Speake-Marin, I think they have taken it into such beautiful timepieces. I just love this.
this is starting to warm my heart again. As I say, I was a little bit indifferent. Do you know the way whenever you're in with one camp and you're following that, and and there's a split or a division, or someone steps back, and maybe it's your favorite band, and maybe the songwriter or the singer or the
Yes, yes,
guitarist
yes.
takes a different direction, and you kind of are torn a little bit. Well, I will confess to having been a little bit torn with the new Speake-Marin, and but I've seen the ripples in person. I've seen it in Geneva,
Yes.
and it definitely that. Jay, you cannot look at that watch and say that is not a very cool looking
Yes,
piece.
exactly.
Do you
Exactly.
know? And that's a summery watch. It's that lavender, and what it
Yeah.
has, the dial is rhodium plated brass
Yeah.
with the 12 ripples running down through it. The rhodium is then treated with a lavender lacquer, a translucent lavender lacquer. So, like, I haven't seen this watch in person, but you
Yeah.
could be sure that it has a real, a vibrant look to it. You could imagine that there there would be a depth to that beneath
Oh yes, of course, of
the
course.
lacquer. I very impressed with the.
I, Johnny, as I said, it is not, if the brand is taken over by, another management firm, and they've putting in so much money and work and research into the brand, and
Yeah.
making them better than what they were, or keeping them in the same level as what they were, is where innovation is all about, is where, you can say, hey, this is amazing, and they've done an amazing job. Like, when I look at my Chrono Swiss friends, Gerd Lang, he came out of his Patek times and whatever else. Gerd Lang from Munich opened up his own self, and came up with Chrono Swiss,
Yeah.
the brand, which was just amazing. And then Unfortunately, it was taken over by a group which actually kept the thing going to another. It's such a beautiful story to see them still innovating, still getting to the same situation which they were in, or maybe more. You know what I mean? Armin Storm. All of these brands,
great examples.
as long as they have done a better job or at the same place as they were, I'm very happy about it.
For sure. And I'll tell you something. It does drive it home to me, and it's something that I became aware of many years ago. Once I get over the being starstruck by speaking to some of these incredible people who, as far as I am concerned, are creating history. With their watches. But I also saw over time that some of these incredible names, they failed to break through. And so being a great master watchmaker, a history-making watchmaker, does not by default make you a great business person. And very often your talents are better off applied to the...
Like the newer generation of watchmakers, they have both going on for them, or they have somebody helping them to organize themselves, and they can be the talent, and the rest is taken care of for them from different perspective. And that is what is needed. When Frank Miller or Peter Speake or all of these people, when they came in to make watches, they were just amazing watchmakers, and they had some deficit somewhere down the road, and that's where the problem started. But their watches were amazing.
Absolutely. And we're talking about Peter Speake. We'll come back to him in a minute, because we did the Speake-Marin ripples. I've tied that in with another one that I want to round off with in a few minutes.
You need to at least tell us how much it costs and all of those things.
Oh, you mean you want me to get my fact sheet up on the screen again?
I love the fact sheet. I love it. I think fact sheet is what makes this amazing.
It would need something, Jay. I am, there we go. Goldfinger, thank you so much indeed for your love every time we're on. It's much appreciated. So cool. And this is the Portobello with the ripples. Portobello, defined by its lavender colored dial. So it's a production piece, so it is not limited in as far as I can see. It is crafted in stainless steel case, which is 40.3 millimeters, 9.2 tall, which is slim. So it is it'd be a very comfortable fit.
It is a micro rotor for sure. I mean, that's what I thought. And they
constant micro rotor.
Yes.
And there is, I mentioned to you earlier that that is the movement proprietary, so therefore bespoke to Speake-Marin with circular vis horlogers. So it is a state-of-the-art movement, very, very high grade, high quality, Swiss-made movement. And inside the case, has got that lovely brushed and polished brushed surfaces with polished edges. And I didn't have to think too long about whether we were going to include that piece in our conversation this evening. Very, 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 very cool piece. Hours, minutes, small seconds, 52-hour power reserve. And and its sporty aesthetics are underlined by the leather embossed rubber back strap that it has. So it's definitely a cool piece for the summer. And so I was liking that. Let me find where our images are here, and we will move on, because the other piece that I wanted to talk about was another collaboration between Peter Speake and Schwarz Etienne.
Oh wow!
And this piece came out during the time of Geneva Watch Days, and we were in our baby shoes then, Jay, and we didn't get talking about too many of these. This is the 1902 Synergy. Synergy is a project that Schwarz Etienne are doing with a number of independent watchmakers. They did the Roma Synergy a few years ago with Kari Voutilainen, carried a lot of his design DNA across onto the dial and always used the Schwarz Etienne movements. And I don't know about you, but I think Schwarz Etienne are one of those brands that exist just below the radar for most people.
100%.
They are a fully in-house movement manufacturer, so they create all their own movements, and they supply and work with so many independent brands. And so what they've done with this was to in this collaboration, the 1902 synergy was to pair up with Peter Speake. And Peter has a couple of very notable signatures. And if you look at the Power Reserve J at the two, that serpentine hand is it's right out of the Peter Speake
100%.
book of watchmaking. And he has such class and such style. And the colors on the dial are the Prussian blue and KN, which orange, which are also colors that Peter would use on his own pieces. As far as I am aware, Peter is currently working on his own project at the minute. And but I just thought this piece was fabulous.
This is absolutely fantastic. I mean,
and
you know that Schwarz Etienne, they have their own situation happening. They are absolutely top of their game. Schwarz Etienne, I think somehow these synergies also have been taken crazy directions for others like Masena Lab, or you're looking at Louis Errant. They all have tried synergies and collaborations with different watchmakers and come up with some crazy stuff too. And you see those signatures of the watchmakers in them, like you see, Peter Speake's, the Power Reserve hand over there. It's all just insanely amazing how these collaborations happen.
No doubt. You talk about Louis Errard doing similar with Manuel Ench, Masena Lab. God, there's some great things happening there. And, so to see this beautiful piece, again, 88 pieces. But I am going to say, we've looked at the Ming, which is 88 pieces, sold out in a few days. Okay, we're in a different price point with the Schwarz Etienne. Your 25,500 Swiss francs. So it's a consideration. It's not something. It's not an impulse purchase.
Yes, of course, rather than impulse buy, but still,
I think that. I don't exactly what I'm trying to say. I figure that as highly regarded as Schwarz Etienne are, as highly loved as Peter Speake is, you'll never hear an independent watchmaker have anything other than absolutely towering praise for Peter Speake. It's a piece, I think, that it's again flying under the radar. It would be a way I would describe that, and it's a damn shame because if people were aware of, and I don't know whether they can blame it on people being aware or not of brands, or whether that responsibility is on the brands to up their marketing and the way that they connect with their customer base. But doing things like that with Kari, doing something like this with Peter Speake, it's a great way of doing it, because again, I remember walking onto the Schwarz Etienne booth in Baselworld 15 years ago, more perhaps, and seeing these beautiful pieces. I've just got, why does nobody know about this? And they were up in that hall 2.1, which was upstairs and close to where the AHCI exhibitors were as well. Yeah. And I found so much in that hall 2.1 that it broke me. Whenever after I got used to what Baselworld was, I stopped going really into it. Yes, I always loved walking through the main entrance and the mesa in the atrium and seeing and being confronted with all of this exuberance. What else could you say? And opulence. But mostly, I spent most of my time upstairs because I was speaking with people who I kind of connected with on a human level, more than the whole corporate end of the big brands and the money that they were spending on these extraordinary display platforms. Incredible. So it was lovely to see the Peter Speake and Schwarz Etienne doing this. That one meant a lot to me. I have a lot of love for.
When did you launch this?
Launched in April, I think. And
okay.
So it's not brand new, but because we talked about the Speake-Marin.
Is that something to do with Speake-Marin or just Peter Speake?
This is Peter Speake.
Ah.
This is the difference. That's the connection between Speake-Marin and this. Obviously, Peter is the connection between the two. But no, this is done with Peter Speake, and with there's a lot of his little signatures that are involved in it. The color of the blued screws, the finishing. Again, a master. And from his, I think he worked with Sumlo, the watch restorers in London as a younger man, and learned his trade there, working with literally historically significant pieces. And as I say, Peter Speake, you can see on there's two barrels there. You can see on the lower one, it's the Synergy by Peter Speake. It's nice to see his name.
Oh yeah, that is so amazing to see his name over there. I mean, I just don't understand why they didn't have him already also like a double label in the front.
I think it's cool enough. Schwarz Etienne, they didn't have Kari Voutilainen's name on the Roma Synergy, and it's the same you find with the likes of Louis Erard. You can see the DNA without actually seeing the name of the watchmaker.
Yeah, you're right.
On the back, like, you know, so that's the way those things are done. It's great that they are done. It's great that there's that the independent watchmaking just haven't come so far that you've got the likes of the Grönefeld brothers creating their Grøne brand for so people can access it. You have companies like MING who are they're a cult brand. They bring something new out. Yeah, it's gone. And then you have Speake-Marin picking up the brand that was unfortunately had to change hands, and but also it's great to see Peter Speake very much still, and I am sure I know that he is something cooking at the minute, and it'll be brilliant to see him.
Watch brands like that, should always be, very, very active in this space, because, they can't just disappear. It doesn't work like that.
It's easy to say. It's easy to say, that you should do this, and nobody knows better than I for having been around this for over 20 years, and should have done this, that, and the other. And I can relate to a lot of these people that I'm speaking about, saying that a great watchmaker does not necessarily make a great business person. And so it's I come from a sales background, and can see it. But like you mentioned, these young people who are coming along now, they have the awareness. They are digitally native. They've been brought up in the world of digital, and so social media things got there. These are the people. Whenever we're typing a message on our phone, it's took one finger on. They're it's like machine gun fire. To look at my daughter sending a message. So crazy. But, all good. So Jay, that actually wraps us up. Those are for such a week of without a huge amount going on. It's been really nice to get a look at the Grøne, and it was very impressed. I think we're both reckoning that the.
I hope you sent them a message about this.
Get on it, my man. Get on it, and toot sweet, as they say. So, yeah. And what do you reckon? Would you go for the quirky, the bright orange, or the classic?
Quirky.
It's got your name written all over it, man. I knew the answer to that question. Please.
If it's got my name on it, just see that I get it also. I'll change it from Grøne to J. Kumar.
That's but yeah, so it's been great to see that. It's been great also to see the MING. I didn't show that shot earlier. Very cool to watch, and but it's been as well as the ripples and the Schwarz Etienne by Peter Speake. So we found plenty. Let's see what there is between now and the next time.
Oh yeah, we're going to be starting off with a lot of, very interestingly, I was watching this episode of Talking Watches by Ben Clymer and Hodinky with this amazing watch designer. I think his name is Michael Friedman.
Look, I didn't watch it, but I saw.
Did you see the new watch which he just came out with? It is crazy. It is crazy. It's got the tourbillon, it's got the watch dial, and it's like open work. He is like, we're gonna go with the base of watchmaking and then create a watch. It's fantastic. I mean, he makes 25 watches, 5 prototypes. I've never seen it. You should just go through it. Go look at it.
I will. Yeah, I will. I saw it in passing today.
We should talk about that next time we are on, because I thought that was such an amazing piece. But the concept behind this is what intrigues me.
We can include that for sure. We're like, hopefully in the next few weeks it'll be where at the minute we have to search high up and low down to find the pieces that we'd like to talk about. I know in another few weeks we won't be able to cover them all. It'll be just a snowstorm of new watches, and which is fantastic, because I'll be in Geneva. I hear that you're going to be in Geneva as well.
I hear that too. I am going to be there from the 31st. I'll fly the 31st. I'm going to be on the 1st till the 5th.
Geneva won't be full till you're in it, my man. Let me tell you. So
I don't know about that part, but I'm so looking forward to that. And my friend Chris from Gotham Watch Club, the founder, is going to be there. Omar, who's actually running the Gotham Watch Club chapters, all the chapters, he's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Other American New Yorkers are going to be there. So it's going to be a fun week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm thinking that there's we could definitely see if we can do an in the metal from Geneva.
We should.
We find a corner of a bar or something like that.
We should. And we should also do a live walking through Geneva Watch Days. We got to do a lot of things like that, so that definitely really think about it. And I'm sure I'll be very in very close contact with Hotlons, with Cedric Yoos, just maybe doing something with him just because I did a commercial for their Instagram some time ago, like the one which I did for Rolex and for the watches of Switzerland. So in all of these things, so we can connect it all there, and it's going to be really cool.
We'll see this. I've got something cooked up for that we will we'll be able to use on our screen whenever we're.
Yes,
I'm in Geneva, man.
That'll be really cool.
So we will get cracking. I look forward to that there. So there'll be plenty to catch up on anyway. Thank you, folks, for putting up with us over these quiet summer weeks. We think we'll be back next week. But there's a lot to be talking about. There's a lot of stuff coming up.
I have another question just before we close. What's going on with our friend from Dan Spitz?
Dan Spitz? Dan is in Delray Beach. He is flat out. And as I say, I have, in the years that I've known Dan, I've never seen him as happy in what he's doing. I do think there's something happening there. I know that he's working on a
flying tourbillon.
Yeah, is flying tourbillon. Yep, and so there is. I'll have to get him to come back and do a commentary on how he's getting on with this, and so where are we going to fit it all in, man? Somewhere we'll fit it in somewhere. There is one of our great friends, Jay. I'm not.
There you go. We're going for pizza. Of course, we are going for pizza.
You can put my name down on that reservation, my friend. Let me tell you, we will have a good night on maybe on the first night, maybe on the Monday night or something. But let's see. But definitely looking forward to that. So and again, watch it. Thanks a million. You turn up and support us every time. It's so much appreciated. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll be back again. We'll do it as I say. I think we're back next week. Definitely there'll be news in the next week or two that I have to break.
That's so cool. Looking forward to
that. I'm not retiring, put it like that. But anyway, we'll see. Folks, thank you so much indeed. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next time.
See you soon.